Happy birthday, old man. Mr. Bob. My goodness. The big 8-0. You know, as I sit here in this office, there are a lot of things that are going through my mind right now. I think when I met you, I was probably 21, 19, 20 years old. Had given my life, just had recently given my life to the Lord. And I remember sitting in a Bible study. Yeah, I remember a lot of things. You know, your family has been so intricately connected, especially, well, Big John, but y'all call him Little John now. You know, when he used to visit me, and I'm going to allude to that in a moment. But there was one particular Bible study, and this is the Bible that I had. And you did a Bible study on 1 Corinthians. The first chapter, you talked about the deeper life. The second chapter, you said that was all about the higher life. Third chapter was about the inner life. Fourth chapter was about the outer life. I can't tell you how many times I've used your outline to tell others about Jesus. And it's my privilege, beyond words, today to wish you a happy 80th birthday. But just for a few minutes, I want to talk to you about Jesus. You guys know him as Grandpa, Pawpaw. I have no idea what title you use. But let me tell you about your grandfather. When I met your grandfather, I was in state prison. Your dad or Uncle John used to come visit me. And I mean, every week he would bring me watermelon and chicken. Somebody told him that black folk like watermelon and chicken. And he would bring me watermelon and chicken every single week. And I said, John. And he was only 19, 20 years old himself. I said, why you always want to bring me watermelon and chicken? He looked at me with all the innocence he could muster up, and he said, I heard black folk like watermelon and chicken. Well, you know what? He was coming to visit me in that prison camp, bringing me watermelon and fried chicken. And you know what I said? We do. And we have laughed about that a lot since that time. And I'm grateful that God had touched John's heart to the degree that he would go out of his way because of what his father had invested in his life, because of what his father had told him about those men that were in that prison. He came to visit me. But your grandfather used to come to a Bible study. And you grandkids, I'm one of the men that was in that Bible study. I'd been locked up quite a few years. I ended up serving almost 5 years in prison. And your grandfather would come out and tell us about Jesus. He would give us hope. He would tell us there was nothing. There was nothing that Jesus couldn't do for us if we put our hands, if we put our life in his hands. And I was a 19-year-old kid, totally separated from God. And I decided to believe what your grandpa told us. Gave my life to Jesus. And got out of prison and went to Bible school, and I got married. Linda and I got married. We have 3 children. And now we have 13 grandchildren. And God has tremendously blessed my life. Graduate school, earned doctorate degree. I'm traveling all over the world. And now I'm an executive with the Assemblies of God, and I helped oversee over 450 churches, over 1,500 ministers. But it all started when I was in prison. The writer Alex Haley used to say, whenever you see a turtle on top of a fence post, you know we had help getting there. And I want all you grandkids to know, I'm on top of a fence post with your grandfather. He helped put me there because he would not give up on us. He always believed in us. And he told us there was a God that was bigger than all of our sins. And my young friends, if you end up in prison at 17 years of age, you don't go there for missing Sunday school. I had a whole lot of sins. But your grandfather said, God was bigger than all of our sins. And I'm here today to tell you that I found that to be true. And I don't even know where all you grandkids are at with the Lord. But I'm telling you that if you're not walking with the Lord, you ought to listen to those words your grandpa told me. There's nothing that Jesus can't do. There's no sin he cannot forgive. And there's no pit so deep that he won't jump right in the pit with you and help to bring you out. And so today on this special event, Bob and Myrna, I wish so much I could be there. But I want you to know, Bob, that I love you and I appreciate everything, everything, everything you ever did for me, and Tony, and Bob, and Rick, and Joe, and all the rest of us. You gave us something that nobody could give us. You gave us something that you can't buy in a grocery store. You gave us hope. And now we live every day by that hope. Thank you on behalf of my wife, Linda, on behalf of my children, Royce, Erica, and Andre, and their spouses, Chad, Jeanette, and Vanetta, and all my grandchildren. Thank you for believing in me. And I pray today is an incredibly wonderful day as you sit there celebrating with your lovely bride, your children, and all those incredible grandchildren. God bless you, my friend.